Right. Hello, Vicky. Yeah, so this is one of these spontaneous whole streams. I get some records and play some of it, discuss some of it, and some of you turn up sometimes. And yes, so there's been quite a few recent arrivals, and here we go. Hey Ryan, hey John. First, a mini album, 10-inch, The Soccer Committee, Tell from the Grass. Ten-inch albums, always cool. Kind of like textured cover. This is, I think this is a woman called Mariska Bars, which she might be from Belgium. I don't know. I just get the records and I'll listen to them. I'm not necessarily researching that deep, but this is on a label that I believe is from Belgium, Mork Tapes. Hello Ed. This came out, I believe, this summer. It took a little while to reach me. So this is like very delicate guitar, vocals, pop, folk, I don't know. I just really like the tension in it. The release and the tension. And yes, call me tomorrow, huh? So, the soccer committee. Hey, Paul. Now an album that has been quite how would I put it? Looked forward, at least by me. This is Shackleton's new album. In the recent years, he's had a few collaboration albums that I just didn't really click with. They were always interesting, but didn't do it for me. And I'm a huge Shackleton fan. Sam Shackleton from Northern England. Last year he released this under his Tones of Negation. Tunes of Negation, alias. And I like it, but I struggle to find what I like about it. It's a record that is like I go back and forth with it. But this one that just got released, this is something that I really can get my head into. Departing like rivers. The double LP of like quirky tribal drums with a feeling of deep jungle. And it's something quite dark and psychedelic at the same time. Shackleton is one of the absolute most forward thinkers of dubstep from the mid 2000s with his Skull Disco label that he shared with Applebeam, but quickly got a niche of his own with some really cool drum sequencing and sounds, building a world of his own that is really unique. And he's kind of transitioned recent to a more artsy scene. And sometimes it works, sometimes maybe a little less, or I'm just too conservative, who knows. Anyways, this album I'm really looking forward exploring in depth. This is yeah. Hello, MZ. An album that should be one of the highlights of 2021 for me. It's not gonna be a very long stream. Don't worry, not like the the 90 minutes of the previous one. I have enough records to do that without question. But let's be reasonable this time. Reasonable? What the fuck am I talking about? Guthrie, an Australian drummer of avant-garde, improv, free jazz, noise, whatever. He's done like hundreds of records, I believe. At least 50. This is People Pleaser Part 2, which is much different from Part 1. I didn't like Part 1 that much. I believe he's based in Bretagne, in Brittany, in France nowadays. And this is a drummer solo album. Part 1 was really a solo drummer album. This one is more a drummer doing a solo record with whatever material he finds appealing to him. This is kind of like a mix of an improv record and a Plunder Phonics record, where he acknowledges inspirations from Miles Davis, Bill Evans, Booba, the French rocker, Roxy Music, Albert Taylor, and many other people. It's really one of these world-building records that really needs to be taken up as a whole. Not the easiest listen, but from what I've managed to get so far, very rewarding record with lots of surprises and quirks that are not ironic but joyously humoristic at times. Ooh, like a gamelan sound here. Mayhem, yeah, a 24-hour stream. Will you be providing the beverage, the moral support? I'm not like AG or JJ. Yeah. This obviously is a reference to Cecil Taylor's album Units, I believe, on Blue Note, which I kind of get is could be like a spiritual offspring. I mean, let's be honest, Cecil Taylor is he's the man. He's yeah. Yeah, so Will Guthrie, he's, in my book, he's a bit like a way less traditional drummer than like Chris Corsano. But he would appeal to the same musicians, I guess. Production on this is pretty good. This is not a noise record, even if one might think so. Yeah, this is kind of a very, very cool take on Plunderphonics records. It really blurs the lines between what an improv record and the experimental ambient record and the Plunderphonics records could be. The one note stuff, John. Hey, Ty. Mark. The one note stuff, John, huh? Drone music. Well, what's interesting with drone music is how you will make a key, you will sustain a key as long as possible, so much so that within itself the key will, the vibration of the signal will create not variations but like tone fluctuations, and when your ears catches these, yeah, that's great. Oh, Baudot, Monsieur Baudot. So yeah, again, one of these records that kind of challenges definitions. Hey, Michael. Yeah, John, yeah, I like the concept in also different genres. We obviously share this love for Jesus and Mary Chain, the Spaceman Free, which is where I got introduced to this concept, obviously. So, one of the big trends of 2020 composition during COVID, records that are slowly getting released throughout this year, solo piano records. Makes sense. You got stuck at home, not even necessarily at home. Fred McDowell, indeed, John. Yeah, we're there. We know what it's about. Next is a pretty cool package from Russia, a Russian record. I'm just discovering this, by the way. But this that is playing now, Panorama Piano Sequenza Volume 1. This is fantastic. I really love this package. This is a guy who used to produce electronic music, I believe, and he's slowly getting more minimalistic in the form of like solo piano records. This is just lovely. This is hitting exactly the right notes for me. And maybe so, Michael. Yeah, John is right. Yeah, this is good, Ed. This is very like delicate and so jittery at the same time. I really like this. Hey, Ryan. Let's listen to more of this because this is a really cool album. Short tracks. Let's see. Can I do something about it? It is a little slightly better. Sorry, gang. Yeah. So this is the third album, I believe, of Pianoram. I believe this is a guy from Italy. I'm not sure, but I believe so. There's really almost no information on this. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Recorded in Los Angeles, though. I like the music. Yeah, there's two big trends that I've noticed in the kind of music I'm mostly interested in. Like in new music. The new music, newly produced music I'm interested in will tend to be the stuff that challenges that what I already know, what came before. So there will always be new trends, and this year there's two major trends I'm noticing that I just started to get into. Music that you can produce during COVID last year. So you're getting stuck somewhere, field recordings. Like, so there's a whole new approach of field recording albums that is burgeoning right now, that is really exciting. And also solo records like this. Hey Sparks Crown, welcome here. I don't believe I met you before. So yeah, here's this Russian record from these two women musicians, Sasha Vinogradova and Alina Anufrienko. Here they are. I believe this just got released. So there's lots of shallow. Yeah, Ty, I can see what would make you think, perceive it that way. Yeah. Oh, nice, Sparks. This is really, really beautiful. Also music that was recorded in 2020 during the pandemic.
Я люблю смотреть, как ветер качает деревья. Я люблю утром перед завтраком пить холодное молоко из бутылки. Я люблю вкусно поесть.
I don't believe I know that.
Я люблю музыку. Я люблю читать книжки. Я люблю жизнь. Я люблю смеяться. Я люблю кататься на велосипеде. Я люблю друга. Я люблю секс. Я люблю есть. Я люблю играть на гитаре. Я люблю красивые когда идет снег, я люблю просыпаться утром, окунаясь. Я люблю запах воздуха после дождя. Люблю клубнику и поспать.
Я люблю футбол.
Thanks you.
Я все люблю, все люблю, все люблю, все люблю, все
I'm just playing these for the first time. Yeah, this is really cool. Also,
люблю трогать древесину.
lots of ideas to take in. Really, really cool to explore it further. I know there's a few tunes on this that has some singing, but this one was cool. Ty, what are you doing? Recommending something that's not on wax. You just want to frustrate me. Well, I'm not that frustrated. John, yeah. Well, I'm not stubborn. I tend to cover my base already. Oh, this is cool. Next one is something a little bit weird. This is a duo from I don't know where. Ricciarda Belgioso with Walter Prati. So keyboards and electronics. And the A side has a cover or like a take on Terry Riley's A Rainbow in Curved Air, which is arguably his most beautiful work. The B side is the piece by Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. But yeah, let's check the Terry Riley. But this was really cool. Very satisfying record. Oko by Sasha Vinogradova and Alina Anufrienko. This is so cool. If you guys don't know A Rainbow in Curved Air from Terry Riley, this is a must-have record as far as I'm concerned. This is like a forget about Steve Reich, Field Glass if you want to get into minimalism. Rainbow in Curved Air. And this take starts very, very interestingly. I can already hear exactly the original work, the original piece, but it's a very cool approach. It's muddied. With even less attack in the sounds than in the usual in the original version. Hello, Anna. Yeah, so these guys, cover is not that great. Yeah, here it is. That's how you're supposed to look at it. It's 3D model based on the Michael T. Wright reconstruction of the Antikythera mechanism. So I hope some people here are new to Terry Riley, because I envy you. Terry Riley is definitely one of my favorite musicians ever. I've seen him live maybe 10 times, and he's the real OG. I think I should do a song called I Want Terry Riley to Be My Granddad. This is really cool. What this take brings to the equation that is very interesting is introducing these very harsh digital sounds, like a very different aesthetic than the usual like analog keyboards that are used in this work. Wow, cool drum. Yeah. Terry Riley is also a teacher. He's really someone who made a case of pushing forward ideas in a very empathic way. He's a very gentle soul. That's cool, Bodo. I have an Yves Klein record, like a conference at La Sorbonne, which used to be also the most expensive record in my collection. It's just a conference with some cool cover art, but alright. Now a record I don't even remember what it is, where I got it. I got this in the mail. I ordered it months ago. So let's see. Luis Paniagua. Neptuno. This is a reissue of a pretty unusual record. I believe from Spain. Oh, there's a tune composed by Don Cherry on this. It's probably this sounds like a Don Cherry tune. Gazelle. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's probably why I got this. Nala Shin. Oh no, Thai. You'll have to give me more context. Hello, dear Michael. There you go, some Don Cherry esoteric side work. This track is called Gazelle, composed by Luc Paniagua, Don Cherry, and Conceptual de Senegal. Luis Paniagua plays the kakshishi, chimes, gong, gimbri, huego, the campanas, keyboards, percussions, sitar, sonoras, tabla, and vocals. Hey Miranda, sorry I didn't give you a track list. Please, if I don't answer you, like, insist. Yeah, this is fire. This is like the more modern, primitive side of Brown Rice, the Don Cherry album. Yeah, Ty, you and Bob Bradley. I hope a lot of this will get through this shitty iPhone microphone. This is Steve Roden. The radio. It's 3 pieces: the radio, area, the hanging garden, and vein stem is called. We listen to the radio. The radio was originally created for the 1996 Sounds Culture Festival in San Francisco. The piece was created in response to the idea of composing a piece specifically for radio transmission that has its main sound source the actual sound of the radio. Steve Roden I've seen live a few times. His main instrument was back then the amplifier, the guitar amp, where he would try to capture radio wave signals and trigger them in various waves. It was very, very nerdy, but very cool. But I must say I was kind of unimpressed by the music I was getting from that. It was cool to see, cool to think about how he did it. But this piece, this is creepy, beautiful, beautiful, creepy. I love it. I don't know about that. I hope these two worlds are much closer than you make them sound like. Hey, Christopher. On the other side, there's a piece which uses also human voice that is really, really creepy. When I say creepy, I mean this as a positive, obviously. It's not creepy like in Halloween, like let's try to be more than Manson or something like that. I hope they are. I don't know what that is. This is really, really beautiful. I'm so happy this finally got issued on vinyl. goes on for the whole side. Ah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. Posterix, the worst thing ever that YouTube granted us. Yeah, let's not talk about that. No, some Italian frog. Piccio dal Pozzo. This is a record from it's an old record I just got. It's kind of like it's not too far away from Terry Riley, but it's like a prog rock band. It's a pretty cool record. I recently discovered it, and I was kind of trying to find reasons to not go there, but like I could only find more reasons to get it. All right, so Rachel is on. Yeah, let's finish this off soon. I think this time will like this. Gets more like Canterbury-ish after a while, as you can hear now. Bass. It's a little bit soft machine-ish. And Nick, I promise I'll be mailing you soon. That's my jam, it's cool. Now I think that might be the last track. So I think yesterday or the day before I did my first Instagram post in ages about this very record. So there's been recently a package of Luc Ferrari tracks that was a little bit underwhelming for me. I'm a huge Luc Ferrari fan. and this one is a little bit different. This is Luc Ferrari Laborantus, which is an ensemble, Laborantus, playing Luc Ferrari, playing tracks by pieces by Luc Ferrari. Originally, this one written for piano, but created in this version for the harp, and percussions. And this is fucking great. And because it's not like an original recording of Luc Ferrari, I guess this will get underlooked a little bit. But there are versions of pieces from Luc Ferrari that don't really appear anywhere else. So this is pretty good. This is a double LP and it's fairly limited. They did only 250 copies of this. So yeah, I believe this will be, this is a very interesting record. It starts slowly, but it gets going pretty wild. Brunhilde Ferrari, Luc Ferrari's wife, is also featured on that, and she helped supervise some of this. Sylvain Cassap is playing on this. Sylvain Cassap is one of the great French horn players, in my opinion. He usually plays the clarinet. So the others I'm not familiar with, but Hélène Bréchon is the harp player. Luc Ferrari, for those who don't know, is like a huge figure of modern classical avant-garde music of the 20th century. He invented this concept, Hörspiel, which are music pieces using texts, like performed like theater in a way, but essentially arranged in a very musical way, with the intent of this is when it's starting. This is fucking intense. I do, Christopher. Anna, if you're still here, this is for you.
Départ à destination de Stockholm, vol Air France 790, embarquement immédiat, porte numéro 30.
That was the historical jingle at the French Charles de Gaulle airport for years, composed by Bernard Parmegiani, my hero. Hey Rob. Rob. You have to go back, Rob. This is really cool. Luc Ferrari, gents, ladies. So I just mixed a very short jingle by Bernard Parmegiani. From this new compilation of unreleased works, Mémoire magnétique, Volume 2, 1966 to 1993. Musique concrète, Meister, Pierre-Henri, of course, François Bale, but Parmegiani is my favorite. Yeah, it is, Zaidena. It exactly is. I'll play another one. From the opening credits of a French TV sports show called Flash Sport from '75. Now. So that's the kind of sound you had on French TV in the '70s. Parmegiani was very concerned with sound transformation. Basically, kind of the early takes on the concept of morphing, but within the context of sound, which is, of course, one of the concerns of musique concrète, which is kind of the beginning of electronic music. Yeah, the same label, Transversal, also released this really cool live from Archie Shep. Really happy to have gotten this. How shall we end? Yeah, there's lots of options, but I don't know. So funny you would mention that, Rob, as I just saw this record on Liquid Liquid's label by Vivian Goldman. But I think I have something interesting in that regard. Let's see. It's not where it's supposed to be, but yeah, I'm just loving all these small unreleased hidden secrets from the Parmegiani archives. But okay, I know how to end this. Yeah, so Transversal Disc, which is the label of an old pal of mine who works for the French National Radio. He's basically working on restoration of audio archives. So he has access to lots of cool stuff, and he's putting these archival recordings that were either produced by the French National Radio or within the vicinity in the context. Parmegiani, this is the third package they put out of him, and it's always a pleasure. Not necessarily the kind of music most people would like think, okay, these are not songs, and the format is often pretty short. But yeah. This is the music for a short documentary series called L'art au monde des ténèbres, art in the world of shadows, from 82. Anyways, Rob. This is for you, Rob.
Dash and Lily no longer remember. With Nora and Nick Charles.
Does anyone recognize this?
Dash and
This is Hard-Boiled Babe by Lizzie Mercier Desclous. The Z Record Classic, the New York label. And I always love that track. Hey Danny. Lizzie was a French singer that was part of the New York downtown scene, like with close to Kid Creole, Liquid, all these bands. She was a punk from Paris, from France, who just went to New York to try her luck and did this fantastic, like, dub white funk record. I knew you would like this, Robert. Alright, so that was a stream, totally improvised. As it's been the case recently. But
Hollywood.
I'll try to do some more structured videos soon.
Writers.
Maybe this weekend, who knows?
Whoring. But you are not tempted to whore unless you want to be whore. And I don't want to be whore. That's what Lillian said when I first went to Hollywood. When her tour from right.
RBC, friends from anywhere. I hope this was fun. And of course,
be home.
yeah. some weird stuff. Not weird for me, but I hope less weird for you as well. The more you watch these little videos. Have a great evening if you're watching this live. And if not, have a great day. I hope everyone is alright. And I'll see you soon. Cheers.